was a very special place for us back when I was a student here in the early 90s. We came here, we were first group of students, we didn't know what to expect. But I can say that every time, whatever expectations I had, the university surprised me in a more positive way.
When I look back to those years, 91, when I was fortunate to get admission into AUA, my expectations were very simple. All I was looking to do is to improve my English and really study earthquake engineering. But AUA turned out to be so much more. I got exposure to a wide variety of subjects which I didn't even know existed.
Coming to AUA totally launched my career and changed my life in so many ways. When I look back, it was one of the happiest times of my life. It was like an oasis in those dark days when Armenia was going through a very difficult transition. And what I've received here was like many different payments in kind, not only education, but huge network of great friends. And I met my husband here.
Well, I'm working for United Nations for about 20 years, more actually than 20 years. And what I achieved is mostly related to my education that I had in the American University of Armenia.
AUA has changed our lives. And it has changed many, many lives in Armenia. I think education, which is very descriptive character for Armenians, is really important for the country, and that's what's going to keep this country going on.
But 26 years ago, I had a much more important job. I was one of the first professors at the American University of Armenia. I was teaching finance, accounting, and economics to the class of 1993, the first graduating class. And it was an incredible experience for me. When I first came to Armenia, I was quite shocked by how difficult life was here. We had very little electricity, and it was always very cold because we had no heat. Eventually, the weather started warming up and things started getting better. But I was extremely impressed by all of the hard work that everybody put into making this university, and I was very impressed by the students at this university.
Especially with this first class, to me, it was the work ethic and the interest and the motivation to learn, and especially given the conditions that they were having to deal with, in the country and their families and so forth, and then to still be very dedicated and to their studies and eager to learn, and the American system is, and so forth. And many of them went on to be, almost all the students ended up being, very successful. So that was rewarding.
A few years ago, we started the endowment tradition, and we are thrilled and really happy that today every graduating class and every reunion that they have, they are keeping that tradition alive.
There's a time that you gain, you achieve something, and there's a time to pay back. Pillar is an opportunity for us to pay back to our alma mater.
Giving back to university is important because when we started our studies at the university, someone supported our education, and we feel responsibility, and also it's civil and social responsibility for giving back to university to enable education of the people that are in need.
Giving back is very important for me because this is an institution which has given us a lot for us. So we all owe our AUA, and what we have received from AUA, it's not possible to return all.
As many people gave us the opportunity to study at American University and change our lives, I think we just have to give back to the AUA to change many other people's lives.
Today is time also for us, first graduates, to join the team of AUA supporters to continue and carry the torch for the future generations, and to make sure that our institution continues to make change and contribute to our homeland.
So we're talking about pillars today, but back in those days, AUA was the pillar for all of us. It was our second home. And 25 years later, I think it's important to start giving some of it back.
It's more challenging these days because we had like 50, 60, I don't remember how many students, and the UA is much bigger these days, and giving these students the same kind of experience takes resources. So I think it's part of our duty also to help meet those challenges.
Why would I like to give back? Because I want to open doors for others that are now studying at this wonderful establishment.
Based on the experience of the founding fathers of this very institution, we learned how important it is to give back, to help your motherland, and be grateful for whatever you received here.
Being the first class kind of gives us additional responsibility that we have to think about new ideas and new ways of giving back. So after the successful initiative of the endowment, we wanted to do something more, and that's when we learned about the Pillar program. The program works that within a 5-year period, you donate $10,000 each year, making it $50,000 donation. And I'm so happy and proud that our class was able to raise that amount in 3 years.